should be the top right
There you
of the
go.
black screen. There she is. All right. Belinda hails from Texas and currently lives in northern North Carolina. Assuming, no, I got that wrong. Oh, what's the state, my friend?
I live in Texas, but I was born and raised in North Carolina. Just call me a Texan. That's fine.
She's a Texan, and I apparently don't know what I'm talking about. Um, she has been publishing poetry since the 1970s, edited Gypsy, an international literary magazine from Germany in the 1980s, along with sanctuary tapes, cassettes of readings, and other music from around the world. Since then, she has interviewed many poets and artists and musicians on radio shows and podcasts. Currently, she publishes Gas, poetry, art, and music video show and journal. Her archives are housed at University of New Mexico, Albuquerque. One of her recent efforts is Full Moon Midnight. She's also a mixed media artist. There we go, her book right there. And we are really excited for her to be here tonight. Belinda, once you're done with your feature, if you could put that into the chat so we could try to give you some business, that would be amazing. But without further ado, Belinda, share with us what you got.
Thank you. I'll read from this brand new book. I'll put the link in the chat when I'm done. I'll just do a few of these and maybe a few from another book. I don't want to read the whole book to you. And what's this, about 20 minutes? It'll probably be shorter than that. I'm not sure. Okay, I'll just start in there. Flying in a dream. Every sense prickles from tapping of rain on the skylight, purr of the overhead fan to the head noise of 1,000 years. A live wire from God buzzes the spine, buttocks, and thighs, life's combustion and transcendence. Before fogging into books, letters, sound files, syllables birthing poems, bloom from hypnotic om. As micro specks in the fabric of space, electrons of eternity spark in the cosmic brain, smoke veils chameleons and morphs rainbows in a desert of wings. Soft reality. Through wavering auras, invisible antenna, we read and are read subconsciously, like saguaro cacti with the moon in its arms and the sacred scent of campfire wood wafting through the sky's embrace. The unattainable other, a remembrance. The lights will flicker, the paper turn yellow, the story will morph and disappear. But I hold these moments of times in India on the back roads, by the Ganges, in the temples, with my in-laws, protected in a bubble or an egg of love. The exotic smell of diesel, a wood fire, incense and curry, flower lays and jasmine strands, dung and dirt. Being a foreigner and family among the sing-song codes of people with humbly bobbing heads, where every bend in the road held fruit stands covered with flies and skinny cows scouring for food, where washing was done by hand from castes lower than Brahmin, and sweeping done by women squatting with handmade brooms of straw, where the refrigerator was in the living room due to space, but also pride, where oil lamps burned in a niche beside statuettes of favorite gods, Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Ganesh, knowledge, fortune, and good luck. That last visit to Madras before Chennai and divorce was acknowledgement of melding, then turning away, a swirl of honor, amazement, family like Norman Rockwell meets Bollywood on Mars. We were children dreaming, who grasped and grabbed while sinking. then went wildly different ways. Homage to Dolly. Our remains nourish the earth and all that grows. We're all part vegetable as well as flesh. Thought cauliflower sprout into space as the brain shrinks. The big picture is a feast with unlimited choices. Time is butter. Homage to Van Gogh. I break the seal on an artist's canvas. A child sings in the background. The neighbor's dog watches as my cat slinks by. Slowly shrinking to infinity, eyes beam connect to everything. Music tingles the feet, rain falls from the stars, auras expand to fill the heart of the universe. I paint. What a picture is worth. I want to write, create an atmosphere, but the alphabet fails me. I approach color instead. My hands move over a substrate, holding a brush, a cotton swab, a steel ball on a stick, or nothing at all, just hands manipulating color like a child before it's criticized, back to normal. I am happy in this play and continue until satisfied. Then I share with you my excitement with color, my poetic depiction, my 1,000 words. Throat chakra blocked. My psychic DNA vibrates a mandala where time bleeds into wind, sun eats clouds, blurs into heavy rains, shouts and alms into hums and buzzes of a rotating world. Nature ruffles chimes to a healing chakra song. Metal sings vibrations to the bone. Orange moves over the face of water. I fall into a sunset at the crack of dawn where the end is the beginning again. Color is my song. The answer. I see it now in everything I do, a hazy hint of enlightenment in my handwriting, my painting, the fizzy vibrations, atoms dancing infinitely and all encompassing unnameable bliss. It took decades to get here, and it's only in glimpses when the slow computer of the cosmos reveals a synthesis instead of an answer where there is none. Let's see. I think that I'll read from something else. Now, I'm going to put a link here. I hope that works. I'm not real good at this. Let's see. There we go. That's my book, my new one. I'm going to read from Left Hand Dharma, which is new and selected poems from a few years ago. And since you all touched on a few things, I think it's okay to read Buckling the Bible Belt, which was published in this thing right here. It's a collector's edition. And I have some great company in here. There's like 5 of us. Ferlinghetti is one of them. So, Buckling the Bible Belt. I pledge allegiance to my hillbilly past. Cheap fan motor buzz, black dirt harshness, inbred bullies and bigotry. Winter baseboard rumbles heat and thin veils of fear, walls that work as refuge enshrine weakness. With corporal punishment in tombs of shame. Echoes down a backwards hall require humility and magic power as earth boils and fumes in science. Reason is the devil's turd as we eat the flesh of white Jesus and drink his blood, crackers and grape juice with guilt and submissive independence. Whirlpool around inherited drains, one slang language misunderstood, fucked up with guns and ambivalent Bibles for all. Amen. And what and one more kind of along that way. Hum- Humidity and Jesus. In the hot, damp South of last century, when a noisy metal fan was our technology for cooling, when digital only meant fingering, where guilt and shame were on a playground for Jesus, who turned water into wine but made it a sin to drink. Even symbolic blood in church was grape juice, body of a Christ, a cracker, to be eaten while sweating and punishing wood pews. Some men never came in, melted anywhere without rules, where moonshine was medicine without angry women crocheting, quilting, and canning, praying, or say they did. There were tears in the house, assurance of God's forgiveness for being human, mouthing code no one dared disdain, and energetically charged interpretations with tendrils of longing, clinging metaphorical feathers from the ghost of a spaceship stuck in reverse in the rain. Okay. Oh, come. Refugee. A little boy asleep on the shore fell from a boat where he swam like a fish, but he was no fish. His family lured by dreams of kindness somewhere, a day without blood and splattered brain matter, an electric chance of new and better, where children build castles in the sand, where the sound of water is calm and soothing, and children do not drown, looking for a place to play. Fog window. I accept my strangeness. Big loves faded, memories spill on a messy desk, disbelieving all that could be my cane. Anxiety kaleidoscopes, wet voltage, knowing excites dreams in a river. The idea of India is taffy in the bend of a warm, spiced pull. Memories warp into mood, belief in all stages. Time is weather. Life is watercolor of angels in the rain. Ah, da, 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 da. Crazy like a poet? We walk with ghosts on a raw ego highway, breathe in the dust of all that lives, and the origin of stars, velvet vibrations in theatrical clouds, holding the line between worlds, holding a yin yang pendant over its astral core, where events shatter myths of who anyone is. Like me, with Venice sliding by on the last voyage with my mother, in youthful confusion, still living with open alien airwaves sensors, breathing color, smelling design, straddling words. With or without drugs, I go on like Shakespeare, writing dialogue for a nest of fairies under haloed mimosa trees. Um, okay. Oh, how about something really stranger? Ah, science of getting up. The rooster awakens at the first orange glow in a deep blue mystery. Is it warming the air, or is it the warming air, or is it the glare on chicken vision? Is he happy and celebrating, bragging, complaining, or do the juicy atoms stimulate his poultry maleness and arouse his crow? How can we know the weight of sunlight on a sleeping cock? Dreaming in a tub room, where my well-worn wooden Buddha meets your two-tone Himalayan salt lamp under the wall-sized carving of a mandala, we know nothing beyond sensing our cell puppies dancing with passion in the contrasting weather water. In the indoor and outdoor tub room where time bleeds and flows, under the stars, through a scream to infinity, where we win the Sex Olympics in our age category, and my howling is timed on illegal CIA porn TV. Okie dokie. Okay, I actually have a poem that should be on the moon any minute now. I was informed by this fellow who is a astrophysicist or something that he was so thrilled at sending his work to space that he wanted to include others. And it's only like tiny, tiny micro thingies, so it doesn't take up any space. I was informed by him that he put all of one magazine series in there called Art and Writers and Artists or something. And this poem happened to be in here. So this is a poem on the moon. Orgasm and belief. Time is God passing through me with hurricane mirrors in the weight of sunshine. Time becomes photos and misplaced envelopes with names we've mostly forgotten in a crumbling catalog turning digital membrane, then glorious air jazz, searing the senses, overflowing cacti and desert daisies, where the odd deer walk the wild beyond, where I can feel grateful, a sense of wisdom, moments of peace, where a memory blurred into everything becomes a light that blinds us into one, where random chime breezes breathe positively beyond orgasm and beliefs, like God, passing through me. Is that about enough there?
You got 5 minutes.
Oh, well, let's see.
4 minutes.
Okay. Would it be too touchy for me to read a little bit of what I wrote when I was a CNA in nursing school? Before I went to nursing school, I was a CNA in a nursing home. So it has to do with, there's some humor there, but it's with love. Does that sound okay? I'll just do a couple because I think my time's running out. It was a whole chapbook that won a little award from Nerve Cowboy in the mid-90s. But I'm just going to read one or two, if I can find it even in time. Maybe just one. I'll just read one. That'll be the last. So you miss all the little vignettes. Today was my last day. It would be cruel to tell them I am leaving. They have lost so much already. I have worked as a CNA to test my sincerity and toughen me for a medical profession. I have gone from tenderfoot, nauseous at the smells and sights, to the still-willed empathy it takes to perform well and with kindness. Blood, vomit, urine, feces, attacks, cursing are simple facts of the situation. Beds empty and are refilled. The cycle of life goes on. We hold their hands and love them in a special way, but we do not mourn deeply on their passing. We did not know them in their lives, only in their dying. They go to a better place, whether it is heaven or simply an end to suffering. We all go on somehow. Thank you very much.
You still have 2 minutes, Belinda. If you do want to do something else, you're good.
Does anyone ask me something? I think I've read enough.
Okay.
Thank you. We can do questions after. All right, let's guys unmute and give her a hand.
That was lovely. That was great. Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
let's bring it back to
Amazing.
gallery
Woo!
here. Okay. And if
Thank
we
you, Belinda.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I enjoyed listening to all of you.